Hello, this is Ligia Houben. It is beautiful to connect with you again, especially when talking about this topic, which is very close to my heart. It's been always very close to my heart, which is grief. And now it becomes even bigger to bring this message to you because I am grieving now. I'm grieving the loss of my beloved centenarian mother who died 4 months ago. If you have seen other videos of mine recently, you may have, heard me saying that I lost my mom. And because I hear so many things that people say to me, that I came to realize that it's important to bring a message about what grief is, to understand what grief is. Because grief, it happens. It's something natural that happens when we lose a loved one. We can experience grief over many losses, different type of losses, as we have said in the past. However, in this particular moment, I want to just focus on the loss of a loved one to death. So it's natural to grieve over the loss of your loved one, because grief is what we feel inside, and mourning is what we express, on the outside, like the clothing you wear, if you are wearing black or white, black and white, or the way you are behaving, you're expressing, all that is mourning. However, grief is what we have here, and it's different to each one of us. And sometimes people say things that they may mean the best, however, they do not come across as really helping. If that has happened to you, that's why I am sharing this. For example, I told you my mother was a centenarian, and many people with their best intention to cheer me up, to help me, say, well, you are so lucky, you are blessed that you have her for such a long time. And I know that, and I am so grateful that I had her for such a long time. And on the other hand, that I would like to bring this awareness to people about the concept of attachment. And I mentioned this in another video, because if you have had your loved one for a long time, the longer and the closer you were to that person, the more attached you were to that person. And then when you don't have them, grief is huge because you miss them. It has to do with attachment. And sometimes people also may notice that you continue with your life, and that they see you functioning in the things you do in your job, and they may think, she is overcoming that, or he is overcoming that. She's doing better now. The thing is that grief has different layers, and maybe they are seeing you doing something. For example, they see me now, bringing this message, and that doesn't mean that maybe an hour ago I was crying, or maybe in an hour I'll cry as I feel, and I feel that, that sense of loss because it's so deep, and that may bring me some intense emotion, because grief is like that. It is moment by moment. And the important thing is to be present to your grief. Stay still. Stop ignoring how you feel in case you're doing it. Be present. Be all who you are, and experience the different emotions that may come with grief. I wanted to bring this message because love is eternal. Your loved one will always always be here. We don't have our loved one after they die physically, but we have them always in our hearts. So take a moment, live your grief, and then allow that memory of your loved one to be your guidance light to take the next step, little by little, step after step in your grieving process. I send you a hug with all my heart, and always know that my heart is with you.